Have you ever been curious about anime, but you're not sure if it's something you can get into? If you're watching this video, I assume you're a horror fan, and believe it or not, horror just might be the gateway you're looking for. So today I'm giving you 5 anime every horror fan should see. Welcome to the channel, I'm James Chaotic. Now let's get to the list. First up is Fist of the North Star. Now this is a 1986 anime adaptation loosely based on the manga of the same name, which ran from 1983 to 1988. Set in a post-apocalyptic world and follows the story of Kenshiro, a master of Hokuto Shinken. While traveling the wasteland with his fiancée Yuria, Ken was confronted by a gang led by his former friend Shin. Shin proclaimed that he has loved Yuria for a long time and challenged Ken to a duel with Yuria as a prize. Shin ultimately defeats Ken and leaves him for dead. Ken somehow survives, and a year later we find him wandering the wasteland and protecting those who need a hero. So you can tell that it's very much inspired by like Mad Max and stories like that. Now this was my very first anime that I ever saw. I saw this when I was in like 7th grade. I came across the Japanimation section at the local video store. So back then they called it Japanimation and not anime. And going through the Japanimation aisle, this one really caught my eye. And already being a fan of gory horror, I knew that I had to rent it just based on the back cover. Now, while not directly adapted from the manga, the story is still pretty complex and entertaining. Like I said earlier, it's like Mad Max with martial arts and intense brutality. I love the 80s style animation. The acting is great, whether you're watching the original Japanese language or the English dub. And the gore is over the top, balls to wall, fantastic. This movie isn't easy to find digitally, but the series is available. The series is available on Crunchyroll, and you can probably actually watch this on like 9anime, the number 9anime.com, I think. I don't know if that site's legit, so don't quote me on that one. Next up is Lily Cat, and Lily Cat is a 1987 horror sci-fi anime that is sort of a mashup between John Carpenter's The Thing and Alien. The crew of an interstellar ship are on a mission to determine if a distant planet can sustain life. Once they wake up 20 years later, they discover that 2 of the crew members are not who they say they are. On top of that, they must deal with a shape-shifting alien life form that's picking them off one by one. So if you love sci-fi, you love horror, this one will be right up your alley. Despite the similarities to The Thing and Alien, Lily Cat's story is still strong enough to hold up on its own, and I think the ending was pretty satisfying. Now, you can watch this on YouTube right now for free, and I will have a link to that video in the description below. And it's pretty short. I think it's like an hour long or so, like an hour and 7 minutes. So it's a pretty short watch, but definitely recommend it.
Meet Saya. She is the last remaining original.
Blood the Last Vampire is an action horror anime from 2000. This is not based on a manga, so it's what they call an OAV or OVA. This one is set in 1966, and it follows the story of a girl named Saya who hunts down and destroys vampiric creatures known as chiropterans. Her latest mission sends her to the American Yokota Air Force Base, where she must go undercover as a high school student. Now, I bought this on DVD right around the time it came out, solely based on the synopsis and the DVD cover. And this one turned out to be a favorite of mine. This is one of the earliest anime to be fully inked, colored, and animated using computers, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, it's only like 40 minutes long, but it's definitely worth it. And back then, like, anime was really expensive. You couldn't get it at like Walmart or Target or Kmart or anything like that. You had to go to either a specialty shop, a comic book shop or something like that, or you had to go to Best Buy. And Best Buy, the prices they charged for their anime DVDs was ridiculous. There is no dubbed or subtitle version of the movie because it is mixed language with Japanese and English dialogue. I love everything about this film, from the story to the acting The action sequences are fast-paced and intense. Highly recommend this one. Good amount of gore. You can stream it on 9anime. The number 9anime.com. Go look it up for yourself because, like I said, I don't know if that's legit or not. Next up is Vampire Hunter D. This was actually the very first DVD I ever bought. I still have the DVD. I didn't even have a DVD player when I bought this. All I had was my dad had just bought a Toshiba laptop that came with a DVD player. And I was like super excited. So my girlfriend at the time and I went down to Tallahassee to, I think it was Suncoast. And I saw this there again, just completely based off of the cover art, and absolutely loved it. And again, stupidly overpriced, but so worth it. And I just remember like getting home and putting it into the laptop and being so excited for like this new experience of like watching movies. Cause like this is the first time I actually used a DVD at all. So like the whole menu system and everything was really cool. I was really excited and I don't know. I know that sounds dorky, but like it was a really exciting time. Now about the film itself, it's about a vampire hunter who's half human, half vampire named D. Oh, his best friend is his talking hand. Yes, that sounds weird, but it works. But D is hired by Doris Lang because she was chosen by Count Magus Lee to be her next bride. Now, the only thing I didn't like about Vampire Hunter D is Doris's haircut. She has like a really big forehead and like really high bangs, and it just didn't look good. It looked weird. Like her head looked way too big. Her bangs need to be longer. I know it's a nitpicky thing, but it is what it is. But yeah, it still bothers me to this day. But aside from that, Vampire Hunter D is a classic film with great acting, an intriguing story, and lots of gore. Honestly, to me, this is one of the best vampire films, period, anime or not. And finally, the last movie on my list is one that any anime fan would expect, and that is 1993's Ninja Scroll. Ninja Scroll is about Jubei, a highly skilled ninja who is coerced into slaying his own clan of warriors. After begrudgingly killing his fellow swordsmen, he becomes a roving hired assassin. During his travels, he must face off against an organization of demonic ninjas known as the Devils of Kimon, who are plotting to take over Japan's government. The Devils will stop at nothing and have the power to annihilate entire villages. Now, only Jubei and a female ninja warrior named Kagero can stop them. Now, this was written and directed by Yoshiaki Kawajiri, who also created Wicked City, Goku the Midnight Eye. Both of those are available on Tubi, I believe. No, Wicked City is on Amazon Prime. Goku the Midnight Eye is on Tubi, as well as Demon City Shinjuku. He also made that one as well. Another gory sort of demonic kind of movie. I love the animation style that he does, and while the story isn't anything phenomenal or like revolutionary, it is probably one of the most influential anime films ever made. Even though this is classified more as an action film rather than horror, it still has all the blood and gore that you could possibly ask for. I haven't been able to find Ninja Scroll streaming on any legit site, but you can watch the 2003 series on Crunchyroll as well. I also have this DVD. I have the 10-year anniversary edition, which came with like a poster and a postcard and some other stuff. A lot of cool extras. I would recommend finding this on eBay. I don't know if there's a Blu-ray edition, but definitely get the DVD. And there you have it. There's my top 5 anime for horror fans. If you've always just assumed that anime is nothing but girls with big eyes and little skirts, let go of your presumptions and give horror anime a real chance. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a chance and click that subscribe button. Now, I will also be reviewing more horror-themed anime coming up in the next couple of weeks. I think the next review I'm going to do is Hell's Paradise, which is a new series on Crunchyroll. I'm reading the manga now. I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just wait for the review. But I will be reviewing that and a few others coming up here in the next few weeks. If you want to see more of my top 5 lists, check out the playlist here. And if you want to follow me on the socials, you can find me everywhere at James_chaotic. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. A master of Hokuto Shinken